If you want to hear and see more content like this, make sure you subscribe and follow. Today, I'd like to welcome Gabby Kuliga onto episode 9 of the KAIROS Pro Jiu-Jitsu podcast. Hi, Gabby. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm great. Thank you for having me again. It's nice to
You
see
are
you.
very
Nice to speak
welcome.
to you.
Yeah, because we've met on another podcast and we have met in person, and I have experienced your judo expertise. So let's start there.
Oh, I don't know where to start. To be fair, it's
Okay, you're very good at judo. You spent
thank
many
you.
years training
Yeah.
judo, and you're always hunting for a throw, which keeps the game very, very exciting
Mm.
and quite alive. And the rest of us just have to base like hell.
Thank you. It's I mean, I've worked hard to get that response from people, and I think a lot of people underestimate the standing element, especially in jiu-jitsu. But end of the day, the fight starts on the feet, hopefully no one pulls guard, and we
Yep,
get to see something a bit exciting. And yeah, it has definitely gave me a little edge
good.
with
It
jiu-jitsu.
it definitely has. Now, I'm starting to much more appreciate the stand-up game, Gabby, because
Mm.
and understand a little bit more your preference for a stand-up game over pulling guard. Because ultimately, to win jiu-jitsu, it's easier if you're playing top position. Is that your strategy for Kairos 3 super fight?
Absolutely. If my aim will be to kind of get on top, stay on top, and even if I'm on bottom, not give any ground, get back on top, wrestle off,
Yep.
and just try to dominate and really push the pace, which, I'm hopefully it's going to be a great match. My opponent is really good, really formidable, so I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that she won't pull guard. Like, fingers crossed. I've not had a lot of fights where people don't pull guard, and
Yep.
I just think it takes the excitement out of the match. So
Yeah.
Madison, if you're watching, please let's put on a good show.
So you are in the super fight with Madison Murphy in the
Yeah.
under 68 kg super fight, and you're both purple belts. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, I am definitely. I think she is as well. I don't tend to look into my opponents. I like to be surprised on the day and not, get into my head of how
Yeah.
amazing they are or how not amazing they are. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's a certainly one strategy, and to be able to focus on your own game and play your game and just be really secure and kind of self-assured, self-confident in that approach. And I'm very excited to see you on Kairos 3, having seen you on other shows like Enyo, and just see you go from strength to strength, Gabby, is just a wonderful thing. Um, I think it's amazing. Now, recently you have transitioned from working full time to being a full time athlete. Talk to me about how that's been for you.
I mean, it's been an incredible experience. It's only been a month so far. I kind of quit my job, gave in my notice beginning of September, last day, 3rd of October, and then, the next weekend I was competing and at London Fall International Open, and
Yeah.
from then onwards, the schedule was kind of set in stone now. I'm training more and training constantly, studying jujitsu, and it's it's a different kind of challenge to your usual, you know, 9 till 5 job. But
Yeah.
it's really amazing. It's something I always wanted to do. I don't think I wouldn't be able to do it if without the support of my partner. And oh, wow, honestly, it's a dream come true.
Oh, That sounds really lovely. And I know that you have had the support from teammates and equally your partner along the way. But is that the most kind of crucial thing for you in the transition and success of your career?
Um, yeah, I think that it's really important that you look at all the bases if you're looking to become a full-time athlete, and realistically look if you actually can do it. It's easy to say, oh, I'm just going to quit my job and hope for the best, and in a way that's something what I've done. But now I'm kind of looking at options of how can I support myself a bit more financially, because end of the day I'm not making money out of this. I don't necessarily
Yeah.
have the sponsor support. And to anyone who's considering this, I'd really say look at how you could gonna afford it, because life costs money and you need to be able, first and foremost, to be able to train. So think, how are you going to pay for that training? And
Yes, and
I
that's probably the least of the costs, in all
yeah,
fairness.
I mean, yeah, rent, food, everything. And as I say, I'm quite lucky where I am being supported by my partner in that side. But then I'm also coming to a conclusion where I do actually have to start maybe supporting myself, maybe doing something part time, maybe doing something that I can have a little bit of spending money.
Yes.
But
Now,
it's
i-
yeah.
I know you've been, I've seen some of the socials with your seminars and different things. Maybe talk us through how you're kind of supporting yourself and kind of sharing your knowledge with other people.
Yeah, so at the moment I have a couple of seminars booked in where I'm going to be teaching judo. This is I'm doing one particular event where I'll be teaching judo to a judo crowd, but I'm hoping that in the future I'm going to get to teach judo to jiu-jitsu people, and again, and emphasize on that standing game, and show people how they can improve their standing game, that
Yeah,
to benefit their overall jiu-jitsu game. Because when you're on top, you are dominating, and I think you can achieve that by throwing, by taking your opponent down, and I think judo is perfect for that, especially
yeah,
in gi.
yeah.
And yeah, I think I've got a lot of tricks to teach and a lot of movements. So I'm hoping I can kind of develop that. But also I'm hoping to start teaching a little bit more at our club, which is Rogue Jiu Jitsu, and I really would like to kind of learn from other people as well. So my coach, he's an amazing coach. I'm hoping to learn from him and see what he gives out, to be able to take it in myself and to give to other people.
Amazing. Now, you mentioned Rogue Jiu Jitsu, and that's where you're
Mm.
training at the moment, predominantly no gi. And are you enjoying the experience of this full time athlete, kind of immersing yourself with the judo experience into the no gi club and kind of lifestyle?
Yeah, no, our club is really good. And my coach Reese, he's an incredible coach, and I don't say it lightly. I've never met someone who is so intelligent and is so good at teaching and coaching. Because you know what, you can be the world champion, but you might be a rubbish coach. You might not be able to teach people in a way that they learn. And I find he's brilliant at it. And I've like my whole kind of jiu-jitsu career, I it's because of him, because of his brilliance, and his ability to teach me. I think, like, as I'm a good kind of athlete and I have this great base where I came into jiu-jitsu from judo, but
Yeah.
end of the day, he's the one who kind of taught me, and will hopefully keep teaching me and help me to develop. And I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, the club is so good. Like, the community we have there is really nice. We like, often after training on Saturdays, we'll all go to the calf and have a lunch together, and it's something that you don't
Nice.
find in that many places, I think, but
Yeah.
really nice. And yeah, I really appreciate the whole club and everyone there who trains there. And and beats me up and I get to beat up. It's a really nice community.
Amazing. We will add all the links in the show notes.
Mm,
But I just want to remind you that I am speaking with Gabby Kuliga today for the KAIROS Pro Jiu Jitsu podcast and the KAIROS 3 event happening on Sunday, the 16th of November, hosted at Escapology BJJ and sponsored by 866 Jiu Jitsu and Wellness Camp, Gi Repair Lab, Scramble Brand, Jits Magazine, Jiu Jitsu Lube Podcast, BitHug, and Tansoft. And remember, you can watch all of the matches, including Gabby's Super Fight, over on Escapology BJJ on YouTube. So go and subscribe and get notified when the stream goes live on that Sunday. Gabby, let's talk about your preparation for KAIROS 3 and
mm.
what your schedule looks like now you're a full-time athlete.
Um, Very busy, I have to say. I'm training, as I said, mainly at my club, Rope Jiu Jitsu in Ware, and it's mainly no gi game that I'm developing there, but I'm kind of going other places. I train also at Hearts Grapple once a week, where I get to do a bit of wrestling, which is really important thing, but also I get to do one gi session there as well with some great partners. I also train Escapology once a week. I go there on Thursdays and I do like a full day there, and it's
Yeah,
such a brilliant experience. And I get to train and train with some brilliant people. Tom's there, Chelsea's there, also sometimes Vanessa is there, and like
yeah,
that high level of coaches
yeah.
and is incredible. I think it's really getting me ready for Kairos, but also for things that are after Kairos. So it's
Yes.
great.
So you've mentioned about your kind of schedule being booked in, and you've got a number of things that you're kind of booked in for, and super
Mm.
fights and kind of competitions and things. Where do you see all of this heading, Gabby?
Well, the kind of short-term plan at the moment is Euros gi, not no gi.
Yep,
So that's in January. I'm kind of preparing for that, and I'm doing English Open, which is in I think that's November,
yep,
and then I'm doing obviously Euros, and after that I'm kind of considering to switch into Nogi. I've already signed up to the Polaris kind of event that they're doing. I
oh,
think that's for
fantastic.
I don't remember what exactly it's called. It's not the main Polaris show, but they're doing an event which
Yep,
is Nogi. So that's after that. But I think the aim for next year is to really push Nogi and develop in that direction a little bit. I've never kind of done an IBJJF event in Nogi, so this will be
okay,
an interesting experience. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a
good.
nice switch up from gi as well. I'm really struggling with certain guards, like Spider Guard, for example, and so I'll
Yep.
be looking forward to not have to deal with that anymore. Nothing worse than Spider Guard, I think.
I would agree with you on that one. But the more you train, gi or no gi, well, gi obviously,
Yeah.
kind of testing the grips. But I found in my kind of transition and training kind of no gi much more for the last kind of 10, 11 months. Um, that when I transition back to gi, I'm not using the grips so much. And when I
Mm.
realize they're there, they, you kind of use them to your advantage. Is that how you're going to be kind of playing either the coin flip of the gi or no gi game?
Well, at the moment, I think I have a really good balance of my training. It is kind of it's not 50-50 gi no gi. I'd say I'm doing a bit more gi. Actually, yeah, I'm doing a bit more gi at the moment than no gi.
Yep.
So I'm quite used to the gripping and the things that come with gi. However, I don't underestimate me in no gi. Although I've not
Mm,
been competing in it. I've not been doing much many things that are visible, like events and stuff. I'm still training it. I'm training
yep.
hard, a high pace, and I'm not training things that look super flashy on Instagram. I'm training
Yep.
things that are proven to be working, to be submitting people at, you know,
Yeah.
highest levels, what's being used by the world's best. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
think it's all. I'm very excited to see you in a no-gi
mm.
super fight. You know, I've got nothing to do with the coin flip, but I really hope to see how you can showcase your no-gi jiu-jitsu, because I think, you know, from having, I guess, being stereotyped in kind of a gi situation, when athletes kind of come through one route or another, it's really nice to see them flourish in the
Mm.
opposite one. And I think somehow you're going to pull it out of the bag, because I kind of visualize this iceberg that you've been training this nogi for some time, and we're going to see what comes out of the bag on the day. But all of that preparation, and like you're saying, just hunting for those submissions with high level athletes in no gi, I feel like you might be more prepared than the rest of us think you are.
I really hope so. I do have to. I'm hoping a little bit we're gonna do. It's gonna end up being gi, just because, you know, end of the day, it has been. I've been putting more into the
Yeah,
gi space, and
yeah,
but like, I'm just super excited to be doing this and to be
yeah,
fighting and competing. I love this.
yes,
It's a terrible feel. Like it's a mixed emotions for me. I love it, but I hate it, and
yeah,
it's just all the emotions that come with it.
yeah. What are you most looking forward to on the day, apart from having a gi match? What else about the whole kind of environment of Kairos are you looking forward to?
I love the format of Kairos, where it is a coin toss. It's very exciting. It also emphasizes the need for being good at both. Like you can't just be specializing at either gi or no gi. Like you need
Yeah,
to be the full-rounded athlete. And I think for the men's division, I find it super exciting that it is those higher belt men.
yeah,
We don't get to see a lot of events like that. I dare to say it's where it is like the black belt at that
mm,
level. I mean,
yeah,
where it is the black belt men or the kind of bit low. I know there's a few lower belts in there in this event, but I'm super excited to see how it's gonna work out and what's gonna be the result.
on the previous episode, I spoke with Chelsea and Tom, and their interest is really supporting athletes and kind of
Mm.
taking care of them in a way that, you know, other shows may not do in quite the same way. So I think it's just going to be an amazing thing, and kind of bringing all of you pro athletes together on one stage that is KAIROS 3 at Escapology BJJ will be incredible. And knowing there are just some exceptional jiu-jitsu coming out on the live stream. I will not be at home. I will be at the venue, so it'll be fantastic to see you. I promise I will be really super quiet, because when I watched the live stream last time, it was very exciting and I wasn't quiet. But I love the peacefulness around Kairos, and uh, the kind of energy that allows the athlete to flourish in their space, really having that core focus on their game, and just their game, which is really lovely. Um, what are the benefits for you showing up on Kairos 3 in a super fight, Gabby?
Definitely the exposure. You know, I am as a kind of a full-time athlete, you know, training is important, but you know, being present on social media is so much more important in a way, because if people, you know, see you, they like you, they follow your journey, that's where, you know, the sponsorship is attracted. That's where, you know, people's interest is attracted, and I think ultimately that's what helps you become a full-time athlete.
Yeah,
And I love that. You know, I really like. It's not only for me that it is the exposure, but it being exposed by a show like that. It's great for me. Like I
yeah,
really like Chelsea, I really like Tom, I really like Escapology, and the whole show is great, I think.
Yes, it really is. And I feel very honored to be interviewing all of you professional athletes.
Mm.
I only hope one day that all of this knowledge and all of this conversation is just adding just a tiny little bit to my game.
Well, you know
Um,
what, you appreciate standing more, so I think I've rubbed
yeah,
off a little bit on you.
yeah,
So
I
there we go.
agree. It's that, don't like guard pullers. And I'm going, yeah, but you can't say that. And actually, oh, I understand why now, because the benefit of being on top, when I've been
Mm,
smushed in a couple of IBJJF and kind of, British Open competitions, I go, I don't want to be there. I want to be on
mm-mm,
top. And I want to be fighting from the top, not fighting from the bottom, because it's doubly hard. So I'm
exactly.
absolutely seeing the benefit. I've got a very long way to go. Gabby, do you have any call outs or any requests from anyone listening or watching this show to support your professional athlete status going forwards?
Yeah, like, if you're interested in me, please go and follow me on Instagram. I would definitely say follow KAIROS on Instagram. It's such a great show. You're gonna love it. If you can come and watch, amazing, even better. But and also, like, if you're ever thinking about coming down to Escapology on the Thursday, I'll be there. If you want to roll, I'll definitely be there. And
Yes.
also, if anyone, if anyone's in the kind of Broxbourne, Hertfordshire area near Wet, and you fancy like a roll or whatever, or a good training session, I could not recommend more Rogue Jiu-Jitsu, like for Jiu-Jitsu and for MMA as well. So please come down. It would be lovely to see you.
I'm also going to give a shout out, Gabby, because to help you continue your professional athlete status, it is about sponsorship. So if there are any sponsors out there that would like to support Gabby going forwards, please do DM and get in touch with her, because she is an absolute hero, an upcoming star of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu with a very key background in judo and the stand up game. So this is going to be a very exciting super match in the under 68 kg against Madison Murphy. We are looking forward to welcoming you both on the show.
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. Thank you for listening and watching this episode. Please go and follow all the sponsors and Gabby and all of the other athletes on Instagram and on YouTube. Go and check out all of the clips on Instagram. And I'm Lou Temlett. Thank you for listening.